What is up, my Squirtleites? It is I, your king, welcoming you back to more Subnautica Below Zero. In the last episode, we actually did some exploring around the Neptune's stern section, and in this episode, and actually I probably should put these down first. In this episode, we're going to actually be improving upon our base a little more with the stuff that we were actually able to get our hands on. I am going to put a reinforcement on each side of this multi-purpose room, which should mean that the base is in more than enough good shape to handle a few add-ons. So let's do that. There we go. Now, the plan for this episode is to continue out a little bit further. I want to actually see if I can discover the last known location of that pilot that we ran into who was in that prawn suit a while back. But I want to quickly make myself a moon pool here. So let's do that. We have a lot of extra food and water that should be able to get us by for the time being. I'm going to put away all of my nutrient blocks, disinfected water. I'll keep my power cells on hand right there, but it's not going to be super necessary because as soon as... And I messed that up. Hold on. As soon as I get the moon pool, it's going to actually be able to charge the entire thing for us, which is pretty great. I want to get one more storage module built. I actually didn't bring back my mobile vehicle bay when I went and finished up over at the life pod, so that's something I'm going to need to do. But last time I made the moon pool separate from the base. This time I'm actually going to connect it so that we have a little bit more of an ease of access to it, which is pretty great. So there we go. We now actually have a moon pool, which is a place to dock our sea truck. Now there is a catch to this. And probably the most frustrating thing about driving the sea truck, you cannot connect your sea truck's modules to the moon pool. So when you go underneath and try to dock in the moon pool, it is automatically going to disconnect itself from the storage modules, which is a little obnoxious. But now we can at least charge the sea truck off our bioreactors. The storage module sits there. Have to go get another one of those, but yeah, now we have this entire thing connected, which is pretty great, and I have some plans for what we're going to build further out this way. But the big thing is we got to get back to the pilot. So I'm going to take these batteries here, actually, and I'm going to kind of just replenish everything I have, and then throw the rest on the charger. In fact, let's also change the battery on this thing really quickly, and then we can plop all of these on. There we go. Okay. So, I'm going to need to actually head back to that pod really quickly so I can get myself my... do I take... I'll leave the sea truck there. Let it charge for a while. It's going to be a minute before it gets fully charged anyway. But I'm going to take this all the way back to the drop pod. And from there, we will grab our mobile vehicle bay. And I'm going to see if I can slap a second storage unit on our sea truck for the time being, and then we can make a move on from there and start heading out to where that location is at, because it's a pretty good lead. Now you're noticing, again, we still haven't gone on land yet. We're still not doing any of that yet. It's because it's complicated, but the game is pretty bad at telling you why you need to go there, and I'm kind of doing things more or less in the exact same order that I did it in my initial playthrough. I'm trying not to skip important stuff like I accidentally did in my playthrough, but I'm also kind of doing things the way that the game, I guess, tells you to do it, which is both a good and a bad thing, because it shows how sort of directionless this game is, which is, I think, important to understanding part of my problems with this game, while also understanding that it's still a good game. And I hate to be mean to this game, because I've said many times in the past, I don't like survival games very much. I especially don't like crafting survival games very much, and this is a crafting survival game. So is the first one. But the first one struck that balance so perfectly that it's probably my favorite game in the entire genre. This one, while being markedly and noticeably worse than the first Subnautica, still gets so many of those details right because it is built on the foundation of the first game, that it's still one of my favorite survival games of all time. That's why I don't want to be so mean to it, because I still think it's good. It's just kind of a disappointment when you compare it to its predecessor. And I like playing it. I really do. I mean, I don't want to get that twisted at all. It's the only reason I'm even covering the game is because I genuinely think it's fun. It's enjoyable. But, and I was supposed to actually put my mobile vehicle bay out, excuse me. But it does have some glaring issues that are worth discussing and talking about, especially as we hopefully anticipate that Unknown Worlds is going to make a third game in this series. It seems like they're going in that direction, and they want to improve upon some of the lessons they learned from this game, which, I mean, like I said, I am not the only person who has had issues with this game. They are widely documented, and plenty of people have had those problems. Alright, I think I have the lead for this. I just need to make the playsteel ingots, which I have titanium ingots for. So let's see if we can do that. Heading back down in. But yes, I want to make like one more. Let's see here. I'll just grab one of those straight up. And then, oh, I don't have, do I not have the lead for it? I thought I did. Well, shoot. I might need to, I didn't want to put that away. I might need to go and do a little bit of searching for that. So hold on. Let's make the playsteel ingots. Yeah, lead is by far the biggest issue in this game in particular when it comes to actually finding what you need to find. Alright, let's see. Where have I not really explored for lead? I think over this way is probably the best idea. So let's see if we can actually find some stuff. Also, actually, no, that's probably not, because that's where the kelp forest is at. Let's see. I definitely need to get more galena outcrops at some point. As we dive further down, we should be able to run into more of those. What's up, brute shark? No, it's coming after me. Where are you at? There he is. You're not going to get me. You're going to try. I love how much they gnash their teeth. It's so funny. I just want to... Oop, that ain't it. Gosh, dang it. I just want to get out and beyond from here, but I'd like to have that second storage module before we do so we can actually stay out there for a long time. It's why I also am glad I have the 2 power cells so that I can stay out there a long time. But I just need more galena outcrops. I guess I could probably find more over by the purple vents, but I don't want to have to go all the way out there just to come back again. So, I don't know. Let's keep looking around. Got ourselves some gold. That's good. More gold. Gonna need more of that in the future. Come on. It's the argentite. I guess you're not gonna find the lead in the caves here, which sort of makes sense. Alright, let me see if I can go back out. Playing around in here too much. I don't want to be stuck in here. Let's go this way. Alrighty. Where is the galena at? It's around here somewhere. Okay, here's one. Please give me lead. Thank you. Alright, I just need one more. And it's got to be in this area, I would assume. I don't think I've scrubbed this area super thoroughly. So hopefully I can get lucky. There's another one. No, that's limestone. Gosh dang it, it's so hard to tell those apart at a distance. Okay, I am back. I decided to venture out on my own and just kind of uncover and find all the lead without wasting too much time, because I've already wasted a lot of time in this episode. So we're going to just build ourselves this next storage module, and then we should be able to head on out. So let's do that really quickly. Still got about like 10 minutes left in this episode, I think, so should be fine. I forgot how long it takes for this thing to be made, which is a little frustrating, and I'm going to have to put the rest of my stuff in my inventory away. So let's take this thing, and what we're going to do is we're going to guide it down to the rear of our other storage module so they can connect. And then our sea truck should be fully charged by now, I would assume. Power-wise, it probably went. It probably went through a couple of fishies in the bioreactor just to make that happen. But Fully charged sea truck is a happy sea truck. So now if we want to connect both, we'll have to pilot the front car into the back of the sea truck, which I will do in a second. Let me just put all of this stuff away. So I think I just need to drop all of that. There we go. Okay, I think we're good. All right, so all of the food and water we need is on the sea truck itself. Well, I guess in the storage modules. So let's head on. Can I? Oh, I should probably, yeah, heal you a little bit. Let me do that really quickly before I get too ahead of myself. Perfect. All right, so, and then I also want to make sure my knife is equipped just in case we run into any bleeders or anything of that sort. Now let's get into this thing. There. So now for the arduous process of attaching everything, which is going to get a little annoying every time you dock it in the moon pool. And there we go. Oh! I forgot it does that. If you try to attach it too close to the moon pool, it doesn't let you and you get stuck. And that's obnoxious. Okay. Hold on a second. I am in trouble here. Okay, luckily, saving and exiting fixed that, because otherwise I would have been in really, really big trouble. Let me try that once more with feeling. Yeah, don't attach the modules when your sea truck is that close to the moon pool. That was really dumb on my part. Okay. Jeez. That was actually kind of scary. Completely stuck myself. Yeah, this game is not perfect. Neither was the first one. They're both a little bit buggy. Alright, so, let's see here. What we got? Take all of that. Get myself a drink. Probably should actually have a little bit more filtered water as well. Okay, now we can finally move out. So we got our 2 modules here, so plenty of storage space for the future. Now we can start heading off towards the last known position over this way, but we can't take our sea truck all the way down, which is a little bit frustrating. So let's see what we can do. And yes, I know it brings that up every time you load the game, and because I had to reload. Yes, I will leave feedback. I almost lost my entire save there, guys. That could have been really bad. Jeez. So yeah, we don't move as briskly as we did before, unfortunately, which is a little annoying, although it doesn't feel like we're going any slower. Although I'm sure it's definitely a fact that we're going slower. I can guarantee you that. More modules attached, the more it penalizes you, and that's just the way it is. Okay, that Cryptosuchus is probably going to get a bite out of me. Oh, did I actually swerve it? Oh, wow, that was actually really impressive. I can't believe I managed that. And these guys are such little turds. Come on. Get away from the crash fish. Now, we're not taking any damage. I think we're doing pretty good so far. Alright, so let's move beyond the stern. And then we'll kind of make our way down this way. Oh, there they got a bite out of me that time. That's alright. So I'm going to head on over here. And this is going to start to take us into a new region. But this region is more or less pretty darn safe, actually. This is a biome known as, if I can get the exact name off the map, the Lily Pad Islands. And this one actually has another section of the Neptune in it, but on top of that, it's also got a lot of these guys going around, glow whales. Oh yeah, it also has these things. Yeah, squid sharks. They're everywhere here. They're the most dangerous thing in this area. So we're going to want to go down without running into any of those squid sharks. But once you go below, you're not going to see them anymore. So that's the one plus. Okay, so wait, hold on a second. Where does it say the last known location is? Oh, it's literally right here. So from here, we need to figure out where to go. So what we're going to do is we're going to dive down. And I'm going to try to get out of the way of all the squid sharks over here. Let's see. All right, so we're going to start to move into the caves like this. And we can only go so far down before the game's not going to let us proceed anymore. But this is another area where you can run into sea monkeys and find the sea monkey nests, which are in turn going to also contain stuff like that. So I'm going to actually get that really quickly. by assigning the scanner. What do we got? Exosuit thermal reactor module fragment. There's actually all sorts of modules around here. I think I'm actually going to leave the sea truck here, and we're going to continue on a bit further with what we've got, because surprise, surprise, there are... Well, this one doesn't actually have anything. There are plants everywhere, oxygen plants absolutely everywhere that you can take advantage of in this area, so you don't really have to worry about anything. Honestly... The game throws way too many of these oxygen plants at you because you can just use them all day long in almost any biome that you need to somewhat try to get uncomfortable in, and it just kind of saps all of the tension away, if I'm being honest. So let's keep moving, and you can see the light sticks as we go down further, which does show us that there are signs of people here. And considering there's only one other person on this entire planet that we know of, pretty good indicator that we're not going to run into too much else.
Stay away.
From what? I don't even know who you are.
Marguerite Maida's the name. You're on my turf.
Great. Can I come in and warm up?
What part of go away do you not understand, Altera?
I'm not with Altera.
Marguerite. Now, we know that name because that name we heard in the first game, actually. If you remember correctly, she was a part of, and I'm trying to remember their names, she was part of the Degassi crew that we were investigating while we were there, which is a little bit strange because this is very far away from where the first game took place. How in the world did she get here? You might wonder. Well... Do a little bit of scanning. We got a customized prawn suit. Want to keep the scanner handy in here. But let's head on inside.
I told you to stay off my land.
You trained that thing?
Next time I'll let him tear you to ribbons, Altera.
I'm not with Altera. I'm Robin Ayu. I'm looking for information about my sister Sam. I think you might have crossed paths.
Bull crap. I suggest you take the time you need to come to your senses and then get off my sea base. If you're not Altera, why don't you disable that damn tracking satellite tower instead of barging into my sea base? Maybe once Altera's off my back, I'll remember something about your sister. There's some junk on that table that might help. I couldn't get it to work.
And that critter there is going to make sure we can't proceed any further into Marguerite's base. Let's do some scanning here. This is known as a snow fox. We got one piece of it scanned, but we're going to need a little bit more than that. Also got a PDA. Is there any more segments of this I can do? Marguerite Maida's log 2. Probably shouldn't do that one first. Hold on. Let's stop. We're going to see if we can scan the first log wherever that might be, but we want to listen to these in order. It doesn't look like, and yeah, it doesn't look like I can really do anything else in here, and I want to get close to that. Look at that Reaper skull there, though. Goodness. Test override module fragment. Interesting. That's probably going to be necessary for shutting that down. Parallel processing unit. Hey, we found some of those inside the Neptune wreckage, actually. So we'll need to get one more of those before we can go any further. I wonder, where is the first part of Marguerite's log, though? Let's try going around on the outside here really quickly so we can actually scan a few things out this way, including the large room glass dome. You can actually get much larger rooms for your base, which is pretty cool. Let's get the large room fragment here. And we can use these to make our base even stronger, even cooler. And that is going to be pretty exciting. Okay, so that's some nice improvements there. What do we got on the outside of this thing? Is there anything at all? Yeah, I'm not seeing anything about another PDA or anything like that, which is a little annoying. I was really hoping I could find the first one so we could find out how the heck Marguerite got here. But I don't want to jump the gun and spoil myself. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to head back to the sea truck. Guys, we're going to call this an episode. Thank you also very much for watching. In the next episode, we're going to see if we can track down another parallel processing unit, and maybe we can make a test module override and hopefully be able to shut down that satellite so Marguerite will actually be able to talk to us. So thank you also very much for watching, and I will see you all in the next one.